Flynn is on the backstage and Formis is on the stage right now with Azim, if I'm not mistaken, if I catch it correctly. So the players are tired as well. I mean, Flynn, you know, all this thinking, man, I can't do it.
Yeah, analyzing and coaching is a tough job. Don't worry, he's got his coach sub Formis to come in and take his place. Give that extra bit of energy, add that never-ending fun style that is Formis' personality.
I agree. Okay, let's talk serious right now. Lunatics did really well on that game too. I wouldn't say like it was not luck, it was not like it was pure skill from them to be able to prolong that particular game, to be able to give time for Joam to get his item. Zeno just played out of his mind right there. I feel like throughout this particular season, that was his best performance so far.
Chance that they could actually skip and make it into that top 3, they're going to put everything into it. And I think, especially for the Lunatics, this could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. There is more to be given here.
Right. Okay, let's calm our nerves, let's calm our voices, and put our thinking cap on the draft. Game number 3, the deciding game. Whoever wins is gonna move forward and face Homeboys tomorrow. Whoever loses are still in the playoff, but they gotta face SMG in the lower bracket.
Yep, and I don't think either one of these teams would like to go down to the lower bracket so early on in the run. Road to MSC, I like it. The fans having a lot of faith in our all-time continuously going to international tournaments. Let's see their journey from the very beginning. Now, the first phase is already done, and Lunatics honestly don't change their bans too often, right? The only big change is going to be that Claude. Torak, on the other hand, the Franco, the Valentine, the Lon Juan, and instantly Farmis gets locked in for the side of Lunatics.
One answer for that Farmis, Kaja and Joy should be the pickup for Todak right now because both of them are open and both of them can counter one and another, so it's a good idea to pick it up early on, it with their own pickup. But it's not going to be a Kaja Joy, but it's going to be a Kaja carry, so they are opted to go for these double key heroes right now.
Oh, rather interesting, I guess they don't want Momo to be playing the Joy. I guess they're willing to give it over, but Lunatics, let's see what they do here, right? For all we know, they could go for the glue, they could go for the Joy. Personally, I think Joy probably wouldn't be too bad for Zeno, but the Lolita is a must here. I feel like no matter what, you need to be able to start protecting your tanks with the Guardian's Bulwark, especially if it's going to be your jungler.
They can blind pick the Lapu Lapu again here for Zeno. I feel like he played a good Lapu Lapu in second game, so yes, picking up the Joy could be a good idea, but the glue is gonna be given to Zen. I'm not too sure about this, honestly, because I need to see the win rate like Matrix. Yeah. It's like when you don't know what to eat, rice.
Time to drop.
We're Asian.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I find myself doing that more often than not.
Oh! A Joy!
Right at the very end? Joy Jungle? No.
Oh, yeah.
Joy EXP.
Answer that question yourself.
So it makes relative sense here. It looks like Todak, they're taking this as serious as possible, other than the fact that it is kind of strange that now they decide to lock in the Joy after everything that has happened thus far. They recognize that Lunatics, you don't have any suppression.
Yep, they don't have any suppression. I mean, yes, you have a good crowd control ability coming in from the Luminum Blast, but it's not going to be enough to capture this Joy. So Momo should have a good game in hand, but as I said that, Lunatic is not going to back down without any single fight, especially in this deciding game.
All right, it's time to get into the game. Our very last one here of day number 2 of the playoffs of MPL MY Season 11. Let these teams duke it out. As much as we are tired here at the desk, wow, that glue is standing. It looks like he's standing on top of that rock, but I could just be seeing things. Todak going to be on the red side, Team Lunatics on the blue.
All right, let's take a look. Who has the better engagement? Who has the better team fight? Who has the better skirmishes against one and another right now? The bot side, Momo is gonna be helped out a little bit by Moon, but Moon is just gonna walk away. He knows that Momo should be able to win this lane without any slight of a problem.
Yeah, and the only thing is that Zeno is going to try and sandbagging as much as possible, right? As long as Zeno keeps Momo in lane, he's technically doing his job.
I agree. But look at the top side, sorry, look at the middle side. Fix as well as Nova combining their powers to clear up the minion wave a bit faster rather than a Moon who hits level 3 right now. The next team fight is gonna commence 40 seconds later as the turtle is gonna spawn on the bot side. So Yums is just gonna hover over on the top side, just making sure nothing funny is going on.
Yep, mid lane under the control of the Lunatics so far without the help of Yums with the Ring of Order. Well, overall, Farsa generally struggles to clear waves, especially this early on in the game. Going back to the gold lane, however, Chiku, guys, he's having the time of his life, right? He at least has enough ways to actually get out of the projectiles that Jome is going to be throwing at him.
Yeah, definitely with his own skill set, with Flicker as well, so should have a good time. But we know Joe is very, very much aggressive. He wants to be in your face when he is using that Beatrix. So the turtle dance is gonna commence on the 2-minute mark. Momo just gonna try to zone Uni away, and Uni cannot do anything about it.
Yep, Momo pops the Vengeance as soon as he can, right after his ultimate to ensure that there is going to be no commitment. He gets his dashes back up and, oh, looks like I think that's that. I don't think Todak is going to keep on going for this. You can definitely tell that Rival is getting completely zoned out here. They're going to try, though. Feathered Airstrike being deployed here. Yums ends up dying regardless to the Ghostbusters. Zeno has done a phenomenal job at zoning out the rest. This Bobo able to get the electrifying beats one more, but no trades are found.
Better job done by Zeno right there. Zoning out Rival, not even, try to contest that turtle right there. But hey, it's only the first turtle. It's not, the end of the world for Todak yet, but it's a good starter of the game for Lunatics right now, trying to get their own momentum, trying to get their own space as of now. We take a look at the Coolie that they have, 700k, 700 Coolie, not 700k Coolie, that's too big. 700 Coolie is gonna help a little bit for Joam to, ramp up his itemization.
Speaking of Joam right now, I mean, he's ramping up his itemization, but immediately Todak are looking to shut him down. Like, the fact that Chiku, guys, is sitting so close to the wall, Joam is starting to suspect something is going on here. Like, they're trying to bait him. So Uni is going to be the one that opens up the map, and yes, they find Yums. It's going to be Ranus Apathy being deployed, targeting the wave most likely. Joy is also making an early rotation, and this has been relayed to the rest of the Lunatics.
As much as we want to say who is the better goal laner right now between Chiku and Joam, it's much more of a who is the better team overall. It's not just focusing on that goal lane, because Zeno is showing up really, really good on his EXP lane side. Momo as well in game number 1, if you can remember, no death at all for him.
Yeah, he was having a phenomenal game that time. Coming back to it though, Team Lunatics, looks like Zeno is able to get a good proxy, which is going to force Momo to head back into his lane. With that being said, they know where the Sakai is going to show up by the purple buff. But Team Lunatics, they don't mind this. They know they have that first move, and Zeno once again, oh, smart! Look at this, look at this, look at this. Yes, Chiku, guys, he's gonna show up out of nowhere, recalling early and forcing him back into the arms of the Divine Judgment. Zeno is buying as much time as he possibly can, knowing that he cannot survive this, but guarantees a lead for Joam, as well as the turtle falling for the rest of his members.
That is very, very smart, but look at Joam right now. They get a kill. Sorry, they get the turtle, they get the gold plating armor as well on top side, but Momo as well as the rest of members of Toda did enough to stop the bleeding of this tier 1 turret. Was it good rotation coming in from Toda? I feel like it's okay, at least you get a trade-off for that turtle.
Honestly, if it was a little faster, they probably could have just sacrificed the turtle and deny a good amount of that gold plating anyways. Now, Momo and Moon are working together, but Momo, he does not have his vengeance, so he can't go for this all in safely. However, on the bottom side, Team Lunatics are able to stabilize it despite Chiku, actually stealing away a camp. He wants the turret, but he's not going to get it. John will eventually siege this down.
Almost one more hit is what Joam needs, and I feel like he would get it right after this minion wave. But then again, Rival as well as Moon has arrived to be able to defend this top turret. As we take a look at the bot side, Chico guys is permanently rotating on the bot side, trying to get as much as farm as he can because he knows it's quite difficult for him to farm up top because the rotation or heavy rotation, as I can see, coming in from Lunatics helping out Joe.
He's basically not getting away with his usual antics, and now that he's getting shut down, he essentially says, nope, I'm not dealing with this. I'm gonna find a different place to farm. I'll let Momo handle it because he's more suited, especially with his assassin playstyle. But looks like Lunatics will get that first turret. Will Tonak be able to trade it back? Zeno technically could start that shove, but he starts baiting it out, but the rest of his member gets caught out on rotation. Zeno unable to get the second part, pulling that grab back to the rest of his members. Fakes so out of position, ends up dying to the Feather Airstrike regardless, even with the call Altar. So that's going to be a 2-0 so far. Now the rest of the team is going to start pressing on forward as the rest of LTX. Oh, Rival is able to push Drum and lock him against the corner, but there's no follow-up. Momo is here, electrifying beats. That's the follow-up he was looking for. Uni all by himself, so far not looking too good as the Numenor Blast does connect. Momo still alive, and Rival has to pay the price. Ah! How much HP is that? Is that like, what, 12 HP?
No, it's 11.5.
God.
It's 11.5, definitely. I'm good at maths.
Oh, man. Oh, man. While all this is happening, the early recalls coming in from Todak surviving the clash gets them another turret.
Wow. That's a very back and forth, good skirmishes coming in from both teams. So honestly, I am Toda. I feel like they want just a little bit extra right there because the way that Chico played, he saw Fakes using the call altar really early on. He didn't back away. He immediately faced Fakes and immediately kills him. But as I've spoken about death, Yums being the next death for Lunatics.
A little unfortunate, of course, but that's what you expect from both Joel and Nova X Kobar. They're going to combo together as much as possible, right? Until somebody else can do the setup for him. In the meantime, though, this is starting to look like a very dead even game.
Yeah, I feel like we're in it for a treat. Maybe like a 20-25 minute game. Just have that kind of feeling, that kind of fun. But why not? This is the last game anyways. Make it 40. Why not?
I think it might actually drag on to that point if Team Lunatics gain the momentum like they have so far. More importantly so, Todak playing a very standard style.
Yeah, they know that they have the power spike, right now, but the only thing that they need is just an opportunity to be able to engage onto Lunatics. Meanwhile, Lunatics having the better defensive gameplay because if, let's say, Toda jumps on them and the target is not Fakes, Fakes can immediately pop that call altar and immediately counter-engage on Toda. So, they gotta be careful of how and when do they want to start this team fight.
Speaking of which, the adaptation that we saw earlier about that combination of Joelman as well as Nova X Kobar, making sure that they stick very close together, but also standing in off-angle spots. They're posturing for each other. Like, the adaptations for both teams have been very, very good.
Yeah, look at bot side. I feel like Yums and Chico guys have to back away, but it's gonna only be Yums. But Uni, there's something wrong.
Chico guys is gonna get hit by the retribution, but immediately Nova is gonna flicker on top of him. So far, Yums with the Divine Judgment tries to buy some space. Bennett's range connects, but they cannot seem to finish him off in time. Chico guys gets away. 2 flickers down. Joel and Nova X Kobar also losing their own flickers.
I have to give props to Chico as well as Uni right there. For Uni, for sensing that Chico is still in that bush. Meanwhile, Chico still managing to escape death right there. But Momo, can he escape death right now?
Oh, he's actually having quite a bit of damage with no vengeance. He does want to get back in there, but Fakes is not going to let him go. Shadow Stampede connects and more than enough damage from Joel. Oh, he takes him out easily. Chico guys has already started even committing the ultimate towards this Lord, knowing that the rest of the members of Lunatics won't get there in time. This should be a free Lord in the hands of Todak for Momo's death. Yums, can he get out of there? I don't think Zeno is going to let him go just yet.
Is it a good trade though? Is it a good trade? Yes, you kill off. Yes,
wait,
to get why?
Oh wait, he's able to get. Okay. Now it's worth it. Now it's worth it. They get rid of Joam, and Yum should be coming back in about 6 more seconds. The fact that Chico died, obviously, big boo-hoo. Can't really do much about it. He greeted out, but he was able to at least get one back in a pretty dire situation.
If only Joam had Wind of Nature right there, that could be a big outplay on the top side. But Toda, yes. They managed to get a Lord. He managed to get a few kills, especially on Joem, but having lost Chiku, having lost Momo, as well as Yums in the process, not too sure if that was the main idea, the main plan, but hey, they got the bigger objective, which was the Lord.
Yep, and now they're going to be walking together with it, right? I mean, Lunatics, they've staggered the mid wave. However, bottom is still under attack. And Todak, honestly, they don't really mind leaving this alone. They still have other opportunities later in the game. But here we go. Rival, he's got an angle here if he wants to, but Momo, he gets pulled away. Team Lunatics read the rotations and move with a feathered airstrike, hoping for something.
Yeah, I mean, Toda just gotta slow push this, gotta play it slow, grab every single objective that they can, every single tier 1 or tier 2 turrets that they can, not forcing the issue too much. Meanwhile, Lunatics are playing, you know, the similar game as well, waiting for Toda to react and then for them to be able to counter-react again with the Mortal Call, with the Card Altar, with Zeno Split. As we take a look at the itemization right now, Fix having the Lightning Truncheon, the Enchanted Talisman needs a bit more, I would say, especially for Moon, for that particular matter, Lightning Truncheon, Cloud of Destiny, still not good enough.
Yep, he doesn't have enough just yet. Yups tries to make an attempt here, but unfortunately that split comes out just in time. And now the rest of the team in a little bit of an awkward spot. Zeno is going to get off of Rival's back. The piggyback is done, but look at the mid lane. We're seeing that while all of this is happening, Chiku, guys, is getting fueled with farm.
Yep. 4-man distraction, allowing Chiku to farm up, not just on the top side, the mid side, the bot side, and even the jungle of Lunatics right now. This is what they've been doing. This is going back to the meta of hyper farming, just focusing, give everything to Chiku, guys. The buff, the resources, and allowing Chiku, guys, to have his itemization as quickly as possible.
And the best part about it is that the junglers are getting to that max level. So from here on out, Rival doesn't even need to touch his own jungle. He can just pass it to anybody who wants it as long as he is even level with Yuni.
True. Even for that matter, like buffs as well, he can give it to either Farsa or even to carry right now. He doesn't even need it. All he needs right now is level 15 and probably a bit more item, a bit more tankiness item, or maybe just farm up as long as he has enough item to buy and sell, maybe immortality into Winter Truncheon.
Yep, and here we go. Todak, they love getting on top of the Lord first. They want to force Team Lunatics to play at their tempo. With a slow push happening on that top side, eventually somebody is going to have to clear it because Lunatics have a naturally pushing lane. Bottom side just got cleared, so the housekeeping is good. Feather Airstrike comes on through. Yuni gets pulled on in, but it's going to be the Call Altar that saves his life. Zeno, unfortunately, is going to be the receiving end of Light Wheels. The backline gets attacked. Momo almost securing the kill onto Joel, but it's not enough. Nobody has gone down just yet. His immortality's breaking. Rival using the heavy spin to disengage. Momo, once again, this time with the vengeance, sacrifices his life for hire to ensure that Joab finally goes down.
That's the main idea. That's the main target from Toda. They know that Joab cannot survive this teamfight or else they're gonna have a very, very hard time. Hence why we look at Momo throwing himself, being able to kill Joab and helping out his own teammates, securing the next lot, which is gonna come out immediately after being taken down. But Team Lunatics right now, I understand they want to wait it out for Toda to be able to engage first, but I feel like they themselves need to engage first right now.
Yep. This situation has repeated itself 3 times already, where Yuni is getting hit by that Divine Judgment and gets saved by the Call Altar, right? Nothing is really changing for either one of these teams, but Lunatics, they understand that if they have to sacrifice the outer turret, that's totally fine. They're nearing to the point where the game is going to come to that stalemate. They understand that as long as their crystal stands, they have an opportunity to turn things around.
All right, Lot is gonna march on the top side. The housekeeping duties has been done by Lunatics, but look at Rival!
Okay, Rival actually finding Uni, and this is great. Chiku, guys, pops his ultimate and is able to secure at least an immortality as Momo has an opportunity to jump on in. Moon getting attacked on the opposite side by Fakes as well as Zeno. Nova X Komar will try his best. Shadow Stampede pulls Momo back, but it really doesn't matter. The inhibitor now under fire. Joel back in that fight, and the Luminous Lord would guarantee at least one inhibitor for the side of Todak. Are they going to greed out and go for all 3? It looks like they'll actually attempt the bottom one, but they have to reset. Both Moon and as well as Chiku, guys, are very low.
Yeah, at least get the top inhibitor is good enough for Toda. And looking at Chiku, guys, having that Sea Halberd an extra move, no, sorry, an extra attack speed coming in from the item, especially with the life drain ability as well. So Team Toda right now slowly but surely ramping up even more in terms of their own damage output. And speaking of damage, Shoam is still up ahead, 55,000 in comparison to Chico.
Big yikes there. I'm surprised that Moon's damage isn't as high as Fake's as of yet. Like, again, this is 20,000 down, but here comes the conceal. But Zeno, he already sees it. He doesn't mind getting hit by this because he has his flicker available. Todan burn another spell as we see Rival go for the flank on the opposite side, but doesn't find the right angle to secure those kills. Flicker coming in from Fakes as a desperate attempt to pull Rival back into the middle of that fight, and especially with the Numenor Blast being charged up, but none of them connect.
None of them connect, and no blood was spilled with that engagement right there. If there was blood, it could be very, very different for this next phase of Lord that is gonna commence 20 more seconds. But Lunatics only has the retribution. Rival has the retribution as well. What Lunatics doesn't have right now is the amount of flicker. Joam, a long way more to go. Nova is gonna get his flicker next. Fix, no flicker, and Zeno, no flicker for this Lord fight.
Yep, they slowly crawl up forward. Uni has got to be careful here, and especially now where this really matters. They notice that Momo is on that bottom side. Can somebody actually respond to this? They have that Beatrix waiting in the mid lane, knowing that bot side is going to crash first. Todak, they're going to start rushing this. Rival, no, they're going to reset it once more. They see Joam show his face, and Yooms, he has an opportunity. He finds Zeno again, just to crack his immortality, but how long can they keep this up? Oh, this might be good. Rival looking to actually flank him as Momo is able to attack Joam and put him down to critical HP.
And still Momo gets away with it. Still, time and time again, even with the glowing wand coming in from Fix, it's not enough. It's not enough in terms of continuous damage to get a kill against Momo. And right now, Toda not only sacrificing Zeno, they have to sacrifice the third Lord in the hands of Toda. And Lunatics right now, they have to build up their wall. The defensive wall has to be placed on their base right now because Toda is coming in, and Toda is gonna come in hard.
Yep, they're gonna be coming in very, very hard, in a matter of fact, but things are looking very, very dire for Team Lunatics. Like Todak, they keep repeating the same process over and over again. They fish for a divine judgment. They get literally anybody, burn as many resources as they can, and then back away until they secure the next neutral objective, where they rinse and repeat the process once more.
Right, how are they gonna place this? Especially for Toda. Maybe Rival can immediately open up the heavy spin and pull someone back. Meanwhile, Lunatics just gotta stick together. But right now, Uni!
Uni, he's already down. He loses his immortality, and now here comes Rival with the heavy spin, pushing away Fakes to get away from the call. All time, they secure the kill. Momo does it once more. Electrifying beats should be able to chunk out a little bit, but it's too late. Now, here we have it. Toda right at the crystal. Matt Crowley, sound game. GG, well played as Toda move on to the upper brackets. 2-1 victory against the Lunatics.
A classic victory by Toda right there, just overwhelming Lunatics with overpowered minions, with the Lord on the top side. But hey, Lunatics, don't feel bad, don't feel sad about themselves. They fought a war, okay? It wasn't even a battle, it was a war. Early today, up until, what is it right now? 8 p.m.
8 p.m. on the dot. They know their timings, and I don't know about Todak and conspiracies, but I feel like this was all planned.
Yeah, there's a hint about this was all planned by them. They want to test the waters. They want to see, Lunatics, do you have what it takes? Can you go the distance? And the answer is yes, but the Kings is still of Toda.
Oh, looks like you win this time. I thought I could get the big upset, but we're going to throw it over to our host to have a chat with our members up on the main stage.
Dan itu dia, Toda Lagas once again securing the top 3. Oh my gosh. Game tu sangat-sangat seru, sangat-sangat sengit, dan saya sangat-sangat tak boleh bernafas.
Dan saya sangat-sangat mengharapkan korang pergi hadapan. Alright, jadi
Kali ini
game yang terakhir hari ini juga berkesudahan dengan 2 berbalas 1. Satu hari yang cukup panjang, tapi pasukan Toda secara automatiknya mereka dah securekan top 3. Semakin lama semakin menghampiri untuk mendapatkan kejuaraan, dan sekaligus cuba untuk wakil Malaysia dekat MSC. Tetapi soalan saya nak tanya kepada Momo. Mikrofon dekat Ciku. Tak apa, Jackie Rose tanya awak Ciku.
Tukar nama.
Okay, alright. Momo. Mungkin soalan ni sebenarnya Azim yang lebih sesuai untuk jawab. Tapi saya nak tanya pada awak sebab saya nak dengar suara awak. Adakah 5 pemain yang main tadi adalah the best 5 untuk Todak?
Actually, kita orang tak ada the best 5 tapi kita orang ada the best 10 lah.
Wow, that is the second time I'm hearing that. The first time was masuk backstage interview.
Saya mengharapkan jawapan yang lain tapi masih lagi guna jawapan yang sama. Bagus. Diorang kekalkan benda tu.
Yes, diorang tengah cakap. We're not the best 5 but everybody's the best in our team.
Yes. Sebab kat belakang pun mainkan peranan yang penting.
Alright, so tadi I dah bagi mic kat Ciku. Bagi balik because I nak tanya Ciku. I think just now, it was really the battle of the best gold laner in Malaysia. Memang. Do you still think that Jom is a threat? You rasa Jom ni ada satu macam dia bahaya ke tak?
Ancaman tak?
First kali saya nak cerita satu benda lah. Sebelum kita orang workout naik atas, Jom kata dia nak bantai saya. Tapi bagi saya, dia bantai lotrik dulu lah. Bantai lotrik pun tak lepas lagi.
Lotrik tak ada. So, dia nak try bantai you.
Nak bantai saya, kena lepas lotrik dulu.
I see. Okay, and with that, MVP kita is ready. Audience Choice MVP.
Siapa agak-agaknya MVP kita ni? Daripada 10 orang ni, tapi 5 lah yang main. Siapa MVP kita?
Saya rasa lotrik. Saya rasa MVP kita lotrik. Tapi kita tengok dengan visual, okay? 3,
2, 1. Ciku guys!
Wow, first game in playoffs, MVP dapat bantai Jom according to the people, one of the most dangerous gold laner in Malaysia. Apa perasaan Ciku?
First kali, Alhamdulillah. Sebab kita orang masih ke next step, tak jatuh bawah. So, rasa sangat happy dan bersyukur.
Alright, and with that, Todak is moving forward. And
Yes.
their next opponent will be
Homeboy.
Homeboys. Ooh, I can imagine already and it's not even tomorrow. So, Ciku, apa Ciku nak cakap kepada Homeboys?